Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I know it's been a while. How are you guys doing? Where have I been? What happened? Well, um, I've just been busy here and there, but uh, hopefully I'm back for good if my camera storage allows me. So like my phone storage kind of blows, and that's why I haven't filmed. Um and also like I've just been going through like a creative block or whatever, and you know, just trying to find myself or whatever. Um but hopefully this video uploads. Um and yeah, for today's video I wanted to show you guys some of the new decks that I have got. And in total, I have around 13 or 14 decks that I bought over the past 3 months. These were I was supposed to film these videos, like the haul and stuff, like I was supposed to fill out a big ass haul, okay? But I just couldn't do it because my phone just kept cutting out and it just wasn't good. So I'm gonna like divide it into like parts. And for today, I will be showing you these three. So I will be showing you the Wild Unknown Pocket Animal Spirit Oracle by Kim Kronz, the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot, and the Mystic Martian Oracle. So without further ado, let's go. So the first deck that I have is the Wild Unknown Pocket Animal Spirit deck and guidebook by Kim Kronz. This is the pocket size edition. Now, I don't usually like pocket sized decks for the sake of like how, it's obviously smaller. It's obviously smaller, and my hands are just like too big. At least I think so. And it kind of makes it difficult for me to kind of like shuffle them. But Kim Kronz, her cardstock that she uses is so nice that for this pocket size edition, I feel like it's fine, like it makes it nicer. But I'm definitely gonna have to get the original sized deck just because I love the artwork and I prefer normal size decks or bigger size decks, even if they are harder to shuffle, because I know that there are some oracle decks or like tarot decks that are like longer or just wider, and some people don't like that. I like it. I don't mind. But yeah, this is the guidebook. And if you know Kim Kronz and you follow her work, then you know that in all of her guidebooks she has the upright and the reversed meaning and how you can incorporate the energy of the card in your life. And honestly, this deck has been really helpful for me in regards to animal medicine, because I currently have been seeing a lot of crows. I've been seeing a lot of ravens. I've been seeing a lot of owls as well. And frogs. I've been seeing a lot of frogs, toads, as well as butterflies. And it's nice. I like working with spirit animals. I love animals, insects, I appreciate animals of all kinds. So I thought this deck would be perfect for my practice and to incorporate the healing messages of what the spirit animal kingdom has to say. So yeah, I'm curious to know if you guys have this deck, the pocket-sized edition, and like what pairings you pair it up with. For me, in my instance, I haven't actually like paired it up with any other deck, but with the guidance of the guidebook and these other two books that I have, one is by Erika Buenaflor, and another one is just I think it's, hold on, I'm gonna grab it because it's gonna bother me if I don't get it, so give me a second. Okay, so I'm back, I got them. So it's these books. So this is the Teachings from Our Animal Spirit Guides, Harness the Power of Animals to Liberate Your Spirit by Susie Green. And it's a nice dictionary of animals and how, you know, they play an important part in our lives, and, you know, the type of medicine we can learn from them. And yeah, you know, it talks about shamanism as well, and how animal symbolism comes into different points in our lives to teach us and help us learn and overcome hard obstacles, you know. Like, I mean, this is definitely up my alley. Like, I love working with animal medicine. It's great. I love animals. And then the next book that I have that I pair up with the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle is The Animal Medicine, a Curanderismo Guide to Shape-Shifting, Journeying and Connecting with Animal Allies by Erika Buenaflor. And since, you know, I am indigenous, you know, this speaks to me because this is part of my culture, this is part of my tradition, and shamanism is very big in Mexico. And a lot of what she writes in here, my father has actually talked about and taught me, because that's what his father, my grandfather, taught him. And I think it's very special to see how, you know, that kind of interconnects and just the synchronicities. So I've been using these two books to read with the deck, and it's been great so far. It's been really nice. And sometimes, like, I don't have the original sized deck, so I don't know, like, if this is only like the guidance it has because it's so small, like the pocket edition. But if, like, I feel like there's not enough information in here, I go into these two books to see what other notes I can find on that animal or insect. So yeah, I've been really enjoying it. But like I said, I mean, this is great. I like it. It shuffles nicely. It's small, it's pocket size, you know, what do you expect? It's small. But I'm definitely gonna have to get the OG version just so I can admire the imagery a lot better, and maybe use this in like my animal medicine journal, because I do want to make an animal medicine journal for me and for my life lessons, and you know, keep track of how many animals come up into my life that, you know, are very synchronistic, and, you know, that come up in cycles, or, you know, just so I can see what it is that I need to like focus on, you know. And maybe I'll just use this in my journal to like stick it on there on the page or whatever, you know what I mean? So who knows though, who knows, but this is nice. I really do like this deck. It's special. Kim Krans is very wise. I love her work. My first ever tarot deck I ever got myself was the Wild Unknown Tarot. And And I got that when I was, what, 16? Yeah, 16. And that's what kind of sparked my joy for Oracle and, you know, tarot. And, you know, it's kind of made me a collector. I mean, I don't have the biggest collection, but I do hope to grow it. So, yeah, there's that. There's that. I'm curious to know if you guys have this deck and how you use it, if there's any tarot spreads that you incorporate this deck with. I would love to know. So yes, there's that. Okay, so this is the next deck. It's the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. It is by, who's it by? It's by Lindsay Silverman and Eye of Astro. I think that this deck is really nice. It's unique. I edged mine in a teal blue because I think that, well, I think that it adds a nice pop of color, especially with like the consistent starry night sky in the background of all the cards, which I really like. I enjoy that. This tarot deck is one of my favorites because I don't really buy a lot of tarot decks because I seem to connect a lot more with oracle decks. And sometimes the tarot decks that I want are not available, you know, because the main tarot decks that I have are like mass market. This is mass market. Like, I would think that this would be an indie deck or a Kickstarter, right? I'm not sure if it was or is, or if that's how it started, and it has like different, what's it called? What's the word? And it had different editions. I'm not sure. But this deck is nice. I really do enjoy it. I love the diversity. I know that there's some people that prefer diversity. You know, I'm a POC. I don't really like it. I mean, if it has diversity, it has diversity. If not, it doesn't. Like, I appreciate the deck and the art, you know. It's not really a deal breaker for me. I do know that some people did not like the fact that this had a lot of borders. They prefer it borderless, just so that the imagery can pop a lot more, but for me it's fine. I can still see, I can see the detail, and the guidebook is great because Lindsay really explains everything that is going on in the card and why that's significant to the meaning. So, which is nice. Yeah, she goes into detail of the artwork of the different goddesses and why they're standing the way they are, or why they're holding certain objects, or, you know, whatever it is. But I like that. I think that's nice. Being somebody that doesn't really have a lot of tarot decks or a lot of diverse tarot decks, because the main tarot deck that I use or have used was, like I said, the Wild Unknown, and then the traditional Rider-Waite. But other than that, I've always kind of gravitated towards more reading with Oracle. I just find it nicer. I don't know, I just love reading with Oracle. Even though tarot is great, you know, and we all go off of like the blueprint, which is the Rider-Waite. And it's nice, like it's nice to see the different types of other Rider-Waite inspired decks, even though this one isn't, kind of. I mean, not really though. But I like that. I love that concept. Yeah, I love more abstract collage type of art in my tarot decks. And this one I like to pair with the Goddess of Love tarot. Tarot on tarot, yes, to like clarify, you know? And I think it's nice. It has a nice contrast with it. And the imagery in this deck is so strong and striking, even though it has nice pastel colors that just go with it so well. And this one as well, I like to pair with the Herbal Astrology Oracle by Adriana Ayales, which 10 out of 10 I recommend. It is one of my favorite oracle decks that I own. And like, fun fact, before owning the Herbal Astrology Oracle, I had no idea that there were other oracle decks that read in reverse, like the one in the Herbal Astrology. And I will show the Herbal Astrology Oracle in another video, but I don't know if it's just me, but like when I get an oracle deck or like a different, like any type of deck, right? Sometimes like I'm just so fascinated with the cards and the artwork that, you know, it resonates with me. Sometimes I completely forget about the guidebook. And I kind of just like make my own meanings, you know, which is great. Like that's, you know, that's nice. You're exercising your intuition, whatever, right? But with the Herbal Astrology Oracle guidebook, since I'm into herbal remedies, I'm into holistic healing and healing with herbs and working with plants, you know, wow. That guidebook has a lot of information, a lot of wisdom. And I find myself just reading the guidebook sometimes, like without even using the cards. I like to read the guidebook because it has a lot of comprehensive information that is very valuable. So there's that. But this tarot deck is nice. I know that there are some people that did not appreciate the fact that it wasn't borderless, but for me, it's not a deal breaker. I still make do, and it reads very well for me. The only thing I will say though is that maybe I haven't like I haven't broke it in as much, but it's kind of hard to like shuffle because it's clumpy. You see that? I don't know if you can see that, but it is clumpy, and it's due to the strong cardstock that is used, which I appreciate because, you know, this cardstock lasts, you know, like if you bend it, it stays bent, you know what I mean? Which, you know, I don't like. But I love the rose petal matte finish, and I think it's because of the rose petal matte finish as to why these cards clump up, but maybe I just gotta play with it a lot more and shuffle with it a lot more. Ooh, the Tower card. Transformation, change, powerful. Crown chakra, awakening, activation. Spirit of Wands and the Ace of Wands, truth. Going after your dreams. Your manifestations are coming in. Ooh, girl. Channeling on the spot. Oh, okay. This is a specific message for you guys. Maybe if this resonates for you guys. If you have a deity that you're working with, or a goddess, whatever it may be, make sure that you're lighting her a candle. She could be Aphrodite, it could be Lilith, it could be Santa Muerte, anybody. this is even a message for me, like, I need to definitely light some candles. Nice. But yeah, this deck is nice. It reads very well for me. It's very true. It's very accurate. And it's up my aesthetic. It's up my alley in regards to the aesthetic. I like it. And I think that the pop of color with the teal edging just kind of brings it all in together. I've seen other people that have theirs with a nice muted blue or like a nice hot pink, and that also looks nice, but I like mine to be more calming. So yeah, do you guys ever modify your decks? Do you guys color them, color the edges, trim them? I'm curious to know what you guys do. But yeah, this is this deck, and this deck is great for me. It works nice. Right out the gate when I first like got it and like unboxed it and not even cleansing the energy of it, it like read really well for me. Of course I cleansed it afterwards, but you know, it was meant to be, I guess. So this deck is great. Okay, and the last deck is the Mystic Martian Oracle by Lisa Porter. Now this deck, some people might think is a little goofy, it's a little funky, you know, it's a little bit more out there. Because I have read a lot of like mixed reviews and seen a lot of mixed reviews on this deck, but I freaking love everything about aliens and starseeds. You know, I consider myself a starseed, so this is right up my alley for sure. My first awakening as a starseed was when I was 12. like I, you know, I knew that I was different. Oh my god. Pick me girl vibes. No, but like you just feel it, you know what I mean? Like you just have a strong spiritual awakening and you start to question things. And for me it happened when I was 12. Like I was young, and you know, when you're younger, a lot of people that you talk to about, for example, like I would tell some of my friends and they'd be like, well, you're weird. You know, and you know, it's kind of hard for adults to kind of believe children, because they're like, oh, well, it's your imagination, you're feeling this, and you know, it's all in your head. But you know, as I've gotten older and as I've seen the starseed community just grow, I definitely feel like I belong, and I know that there's a collective out there that feels the same way as I do. So yeah. This one is great. I like to use this deck whenever I am interviewing myself, specifically for my shadow self. And I feel like it reads very well for me in that aspect. And of course the imagery is so nice. I love the art. I love the different ET star races that are incorporated on here. I have been visited by these guys a lot of times, and it's not fun sometimes. So yeah, and yeah, here we have the shadow self and the star seed. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I don't know, I'm curious. Let me know, are you guys star seeds? Do you consider yourself a star seed, a light worker? You know, do you feel a resonance with the stars, with the cosmos? Do you feel homesick? You know, and when you feel homesick, do you look up to the stars? Like, you know, you're not supposed to be here, or you don't belong here, you know? Because I struggled with a lot of that as well, you know, because I also resonate with being an indigo child or indigo adult, which made a lot of sense, like when I was younger, being an indigo child, or Are you a golden child? Are you a rainbow child, you know? But yeah, this deck is nice. I love it. The guidebook is nice as well. It doesn't have as much information, but Lisa Porter covers for each card, you know, kind of like the history of like the different star races, which is nice. But I do have another deck that I pair this up with, and it's the Galactic Heritage cards by Lisa Royal Holt. Now, if you were to pick between both of those decks, I would definitely tell you to pick this one right here, the Galactic Heritage cards, because it's much more convoluted and it has a lot more information. And Lisa Royal Holt has been channeling these beings since before I was even born. And there's a lot of truth to what she says, and you know, it just resonates so well. And the guidebook is what really ties this deck in. You know, like I know that there's some oracle decks that just have guidebooks just to have guidebooks, you know what I mean? But this guidebook is like, you could literally just read the guidebook if you wanted. And it's great. Like there's so much concrete information. Now, as for this guidebook, you know, it has your standard meaning of the card and information, and it has the card meaning right here in green and the reversed significance. And remember I said that I hadn't seen another deck that did that before getting the herbal astrology deck, which is right here. Oops. Which is this one, the Herbal Astrology Oracle. And the guidebook, like maybe, I mean, I think it's because I just never really read the guidebooks to the other oracle decks that I've had. But this was the first one that introduced me to reversed meanings when divining with an oracle deck, which I thought was really nice. And it's nice that this one also has the reversed meanings to it. So I like that. I enjoy that, because not too often there are oracle decks that have a reversed meaning, you know. And it's nice to see the diversity of topics when it comes to oracle decks, because I know that there are some oracle decks that are just kind of happy-go-lucky, you know, kind of energy. And like, even if it came out reversed, like there's no reversed meaning, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's just me. That's just my take on it. These cards are nice. Some people didn't like the edging. I think it's great. It adds character to it. I like the backings as well. I think these are cool. It's like a vortex. And they shuffle nicely. They're a perfect size. Here we have the Arcturians, feeling safe, wisdom keepers, and concern. I think these are great cards. And I don't know, I think the artwork is what just does something to my inner child, because, you know, I was 12 when I first discovered starseeds, and, you know, I'm still into like researching aliens and UFOs, or, you know, there was a time where I was like actively channeling the Galactic Federation, but like because of certain things in my life, I just haven't had that like time to go back to doing that. But you know, I feel like eventually I'll go back to that. But right now, like I said, like I use these cards to like help my shadow self, my shadow work. So there's a lot of things that I need to like heal, and you know, so yeah, I think these are healing cards, like if you use them in like a shadow healing type of way, or if you just want to learn more about yourself and like your origins, you know. So yeah, look, we have the Men in Black. We have the Venusians, which is Pleiadians, kind of. And we have the Andromedans. The Venusians is romance, soulmates, empathy. Andromedans, autonomy, free will, and manifestation. I actually have parts of Andromedan within me. I also have a lot of Syrian in me. Which is nice and resonates really well. And this is the Ouroboros, which is infinity, eternal, past life. Yep. And that's just confirming what I was just saying. So yeah, these are nice. These are great. They're funky. They're cute. The artwork is nice. For me, it really heals my inner child. I feel I was, you know, where were these when I was 12? You know what I mean? But yeah, these are nice. I'm curious to know if you have these in your collection, and if so, what do you use them for? What spreads do you incorporate these with? If you do, what other cards do you pair these up with? So yeah. But that's it. That's all I have for today's video, because I'm so worried that if I keep recording, my phone is gonna like just take a poop. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed. And if you did, please leave a like, subscribe if this is your type of content. Let me know if you like these types of videos where I showcase decks, and you know, if you would want to see like a more in-depth review of, you know, a certain deck or whatever, and how I work with it and how I use it. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your patience. For those of you that have been waiting for me to post, I appreciate you guys, and I'm sending you so much love. Success and abundance is your birthright. Never forget that. And yes, I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye, guys.